Hey there, Coach Sage Canaday here of SageRunning.com with another training talk. Today we're going to talk about trying to avoid injuries in running. I'm here in beautiful Santa Barbara, Boca, California, right outside of campus. You see Santa Barbara, I believe. And yeah, let's face it, running injuries happen to a lot of people. I don't want to say they're inevitable, but a very high percentage of runners will experience some sort of overuse injury. Overuse being from overtraining, stressing yourself, could be a sudden blunt injury, but usually it's just from the pounding of the miles on your body. And some of it, I'm not gonna lie, some of it could be genetic. You could have a genetic predisposition with your anatomy, maybe a muscle imbalance, bad habits over time. As you get older, you get tighter, less flexible. Could be a muscle strain, could be tendonitis from overuse, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, things like that, as well as stress fractures in your foot, your metatarsal, stress fractures in your shin splints, hamstring tear, hamstring pull, groin pull. You get the idea. Lower back pain. What we want to do is reduce our chance of getting injured, and it's multifaceted. There's things besides just your running and training. A lot of it has to do with being smart with your training, recognizing your own strengths and weaknesses, and running with good form. Some things out of your control, like I said, genetics. You could alter your DNA a little bit with diet. And if you're eating a clean, healthy diet, helps you recover, helps you rebuild tissue, help avoid injury, the risk of injury, as well as getting enough sleep, right? Sleep, important recovery tool. Little tools, massage, foam roller, things like that could help with tightness, uneven tightness, I should say. And yeah, just doing things like that, lowering your cortisol levels, stress hormone levels that you would get from, lifestyle factors. Not getting enough sleep, stressed out at work, all these obligations. Ooh, look at this bird. Hey buddy, don't worry, I'm vegetarian. It's like a stork, blue heron or something. Anyway, the thing with running form and training that I want to talk about in this short video is you have to do things very slowly when you first start running. And even when you're an advanced runner coming off of a break, you want to increase your weekly mileage, weekly total of running kilometers or miles pretty slowly to give your tendons and muscles a chance to adapt. The number one thing people do is they try to rush into it too fast. You start feeling good, you're running pretty fast, your easy days are too hard, they're not truly easy. Start off slow and relaxed. I'm going like 3 minutes a mile slower than my marathon pace right now. But I'm starting up again after doing a race. So, you got to build up the structure of your tendons and bones and slowly develop your aerobic system before you can get into that hard track stuff, hard marathon racing, 10K racing, whatever. So the point of that is everything. The introduction of speed work, introduction of long runs, introduction of hitting higher weekly mileage totals should go very slow. Maybe you're running 20 miles a week, 32K a week. The next week you run 23 or 24 miles a week, right? Only about 5K longer. The next week, maybe you go back down to 20 miles a week, 32K a week. Then you bump up to 26K or 26 miles a week, 42K a week. Progression like that. So that's just looking at weekly mileage totals. When you introduce speed work and intensity, the thing about running speed is that a lot of beginners also, you go too fast on your easy days. If it's truly easy conversational pace, you should be able to have a conversation while you run. It needs to be really relaxed and you're running with good form still, but you're not forcing the issue because you're gonna get too much muscle tightness. Save those days for when you need to actually do quality track sessions and quality speed sessions, because that's gonna make a bigger difference. And then a final note on running speed. Of course, with running speed, it's usually easier to get our stride rate up to closer to 180 steps a minute. It doesn't have to be 180, but usually over 165 is good, and less than 190 or so at closer to race pace on flat ground, not technical trails. So, you have a stride rate that fast, you're reducing the impact stress, right? If you're running under 160 steps a minute, you have more impact stress with each step. Slower stride rate, more impact force, greater risk for injury, as well as probably poor form. It's probably not going to be as efficient in terms of your breathing and what pace you could sustain at a certain heart rate, as well as lactate levels and burning through your glycogen, stuff like that. So stride rate's important, running form's important. and that comes with speed work, but again, it has to be structured so you slowly introduce it to avoid the risk of a muscle strain, overuse injury from too much stress on the body all at once. And another key takeaway to help reduce the risk of getting an overuse injury, impact force injury, is to try to run on soft surfaces. Naturally, trails generally better than pavement, but if you do run a lot on pavement, like I am right now, it's good to have proper shoes, high quality run specialty shoes that fit your foot well. They're the right size, but also the right type of foam responsiveness or midsole responsiveness that's good for your running stride. So sure, check that out. Obviously, I'm sponsored by Hoka One One here near the headquarters in the US here. But yeah, proper footwear is important. Stay on soft surfaces, track, treadmill, generally softer surfaces, grass, dirt, trails, better than asphalt or concrete. But if you have to run on asphalt and concrete, it's good to have some protection. So my main takeaway, again, to recap the points: introduce new training stress, including weekly mileage, very slowly and gradually. Be patient. You know, focus on your running form. Check out our running form tutorials. Got a whole playlist I'll link to over there as well at the bottom in the description of this video. Then also, you know, keep track of your stride rate, your running form. That's part of your running form. Reduce impact stress. Slowly introduce speed work. Speed work helps build your running form, but it also is an injury risk with extra stress as well as extra mileage. And then don't forget to enjoy your runs. Definitely take your easy days, easy conversational pace, run with a friend, run with someone who's slower than you, do group runs. And then focus on your hard quality days when you have to hit certain splits maybe, and certain heart rate values. So that's my takeaway. Thanks for subscribing on here. Thanks to all the Patreon supporters for really making this possible. Hope your running's going well. Stay tuned for more.